Bonjour! In English, we use a lot of words with ing. For example, I like doing something. But how do we translate this ing into French? That's what we're going to look at today, and there is an exercise at the end of the video. Vous êtes prêts? C'est parti! Case number 1. I like learning French. So the ing is in learning. This is going to give us j'aime apprendre le français. So what I've done here, I've just applied the following rule, which says when two verbs follow each other, the second one takes the infinitive form. I remind you that the infinitive form in French is the verb ending with er, ir, or re. Case number 2, with a verb ending with ing right at the beginning of a sentence. For example, smoking is forbidden in public places. So here, we will say fumer est interdit dans les lieux publics. So here again, we're using the infinitive form. Case number 3, we're going to use the infinitive form after prepositions. For example, we have he left without looking back. Il est parti sans se retourner. Here we have the infinitive form. And you need to know that the infinitive form is used after prepositions. For example, à, de, pour, sans, etc. That's why we have lit au lieu de dormir for read instead of sleeping. De is a preposition, so we're going to have dormir ending with ir, which is the infinitive form. Case number 4, when we use the nouns. For example, here we have my favorite hobbies are reading and swimming. So instead of using to read and to swim, we are going to say mes loisirs préférés sont la lecture et la natation. So la lecture is reading and la natation is swimming, and these are nouns. Case number 5, adjectives with ing in English. For example, here we have this company has hard-working employees. In French, we are going to say cette compagnie a des employés travailleurs. So what you need to do is just to use the equivalent of that adjective in French. Hardworking is travailleur, and I remind you that adjectives in French have to agree with the noun they refer to. So here I had to put travailleur with an S because employé was in the plural form. Now let's look at the tenses, les temps. I have been learning French for several years. In English, we have and been and learning, but in French, we're just going to use the pure present tense. J'apprends le français depuis plusieurs années. So you need to remember that. You need to remember that j'apprends is not just I learn or I am learning, but also I have been learning for a period of time. Now, another thing we're going to look at is by practicing. When you want to say by practicing, be careful here. We are going to use just the present participle in French. So if I want to say by practicing your French, I would say en pratiquant ton français. So pratiquant, where you use the ENT at the end, is the present participle in French, and you have the en before the verb, but we're not going to go deep into that. That will be for another video. Another tense which has the ing, she was cooking, is the imperfect tense in English, and that gives you elle cuisinait. So you have to remember that tense. She was cooking would be just elle cuisinait. Is going to study. You know that this is the immediate future. You're going to say il va étudier. So you're going to use the present tense of aller, which is va here, and then to study, which is the infinitive form. What about if I say, for example, he will be studying? He will be studying is the future. I could say he will study, but also he will be studying for the ing here. So we're just going to use the future tense in French. Il étudiera. A few structures here, just two of them. I spend my weekends reading in French. So here we have reading. So in French, it's going to give us je passe mes week-ends à lire en français. So what I have done here, I've just applied the structure, which is passé plus the length of time plus the a plus the verb in the infinitive form, as we've seen before. When you have an a, which is your preposition, the verb you're going to use is going to be in the infinitive form. The other structure I selected for you is I am fed up with learning all these irregular verbs. I am fed up with learning is going to give you in French, j'en ai marre d'apprendre. So here is j'en ai marre de, and you know that after de, we have to use the infinitive form, so it's going to give you j'en ai marre d'apprendre tous ces verbes irréguliers. So it's time for our little exercise. Traduisez le texte en français. This is what I have come up with, and you will see that the ing form is underlined. I spent 2 days sleeping without eating. It was difficult at the beginning, but I'm feeling well now. I'm enjoying my mother's cooking. I'm learning to cook instead of buying takeaways. Voilà ma version. J'ai passé 2 jours à dormir sans manger. C'était difficile au début, mais je me sens bien maintenant. J'apprécie la cuisine de ma mère. J'apprends à cuisiner au lieu d'acheter des plats à emporter. I hope you understood my translation. If yours is different from mine, please let me know in the comment below and I will look at it. Well, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like it for me and au revoir!